name's Aji, and in the last couple of weeks we've seen the start of the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers, with the first week's solo event seeing players like Benji, Bizzle and Cease qualifying, and then last week's duos event saw Mongrel and Mitro, as well as Mr. Savage and Benji qualifying. There were plenty of new names, as well as household names who qualified. However, one notable name who has yet to qualify so far is Tfue, a player many had down as one of the favourites to qualify, if not win the entire World Cup, whether it be as a solo player or with his duo partner Cloaksy. However, despite being one of the biggest names in Fortnite, in the last week, Tfue claimed whilst on stream that he would be quitting competitive Fortnite after the World Cup, for good. So in this video, we'll be diving into whether this is a smart idea from Tfue, or if he's making a huge mistake. So what exactly did he say? Well, I'll roll a clip of him in one of his streams, where he had this to say.
You're gonna quit Fortnite after the World Cup? Competitive yet? This is my last competitive shit as a World Cup. I'm not gonna qualify anyway, so it's like, I shouldn't even be playing this shit, honestly, but I don't care. I don't need the money anyway, so I'm just playing it for fun. I could definitely fucking do well in it, but I'd rather stream and do bad than not stream, you know?
So basically, he doesn't think it's worth competing in Fortnite anymore, as he makes more money from streaming. And on the face of it, he's probably right to think this. Tfue is currently the biggest Fortnite streamer, even bigger than Ninja, with him averaging around 50,000 viewers every time he streams. Because of this, he makes an insane amount of money every month, due to all of the subs and donations he receives. Now, Tfue is very secretive about his sub count, but in January earlier this year, he revealed that he had over 53,000 subs, which means he averages over $250,000 from subscribers alone, each and every month. Therefore, the less time he spends travelling to events and practicing offline, the more time he can spend streaming and continue earning that crazy stream of money. And you never know, Tfue could end up becoming the next Shroud, who's often called the king of Twitch, who started off as a professional Counter-Strike player, before focusing on becoming a variety streamer. And they do have some similarities, as they're both incredibly talented gamers, capable of becoming a professional in pretty much any game that they dedicate their time to. I mean, Tfue used to be an incredible H1Z1 player, before moving over to Fortnite, and I hear he was very good at Destiny even before that. So if Tfue is to quit competitive Fortnite, then it could end up being a very lucrative decision. However, despite this, I think Tfue is actually making a potentially massive mistake by doing this, and believe he's being very short-sighted by chasing that streaming money and discontinuing his competitive career. And a big reason for this is that Tfue blew up and became the biggest name in Fortnite by being successful at events, winning tournaments, and becoming commonly known as the best player in the world. That was his unique selling point. People would tune into his streams, knowing that they would be watching the best of the best, that there was nowhere else they could go to watch better gameplay. Whether he was actually the best or not, that doesn't really matter, but the narrative for many months has been that Tfue is the best player in the world. He had some incredible solo wins at the Fall Skirmish, but his win at TwitchCon, where he won $400,000 with Cloaksy, was truly iconic, and cemented his position as one of the best in the game. However, by quitting competitive Fortnite, I truly believe he will be harming his brand. His gameplay will still be elite, no doubt about that, but no longer can he be known as the best player out there if he doesn't take part at the highest level. Twitch is a very fickle website. People only need a small reason to go from watching you to watching someone else, as there's so much competition on the website. So for Tfue to continue with this level of success, he needs to maintain his image and keep building his brand. In fact, every time he doesn't do well and somebody else does, it harms him as a streamer, as people are more likely to watch others if they want to watch the best. And with the World Cup upon us, this will only become even more apparent. Players like Mongrel, Savage, and Benji Fishy are the biggest up-and-coming players in the world right now. If they do well at the World Cup, expect to see them blow up even more. They could be hitting Tfue-like numbers, and with there being only so many viewers, somebody will inevitably see a decrease in viewership. And it could well be Tfue. During the first solo event, Tfue decided to stream his entire run, which is fine and completely understandable, but he didn't play with any delay. And when you get stream sniped as much as Tfue, it's a recipe for disaster, which is shown by his performance, as he didn't do well at all. By having no delay at all, it's clear that he doesn't care anymore, as he's making so much Twitch money, but he's actually damaging his brand by performing poorly, as people want to see him do well, and expect him to. If you saw his viewership when competing in the qualifiers, you'll see just how many people want to see him take part. He was averaging well over 100,000 viewers, which is insane. If you had any doubt that people want to see him compete, then that's your proof. I'm not saying he should keep playing competitive Fortnite forever, otherwise his career will die. Far from it. But as long as there's interest in competitive Fortnite from the public, then Tfue should continue riding the wave, and try to find the balance between being a good streamer and one of the best players out there. However, it's understandable why he's decided to go down this route, as he's certainly not the first one to do it. This is similar to what happened with Ninja and Myth. Ninja was once considered the best in the world. He'd average over 100,000 viewers at one point. But then he stopped taking competitive serious for so long, and other players improved. Eventually, it went from everyone saying Ninja is the best, to people saying it as a meme. And now, nobody even really says it anymore, as he's not even in the conversation. Obviously, he's still a great player, but nobody watches his streams thinking they're watching the best of the best anymore. And now, he's averaging around 30,000 viewers. It's certainly a huge number, but a lot lower than he used to get. This is somewhat similar to Myth as well. Back when everyone claimed he was the best builder, he would average around 50,000 viewers. But since he had a few poor performances at events, people stopped taking him as seriously as a pro. And now he's lucky to get 5,000 viewers, because his USP of being the best was no longer believable. And I believe Tfue could end up going a similar route. I can't see him fall into Myth's numbers anytime soon, but he could absolutely drop lower than Ninja. They were at a far higher peak. There's no guarantee that Tfue will end up following Shroud's path as a hugely popular variety streamer. It's a huge gamble that I don't think's worth taking. Not quite yet anyway. Especially not when competitive Fortnite is still growing. Imagine if Lionel Messi had quit football after his first Ballon d'Or, so he could spend more time getting paid to do adverts and interviews, or Tiger Woods after his first Masters win, or Tom Brady after his first Super Bowl win. People would have stopped caring as much about them as soon as the next big thing came about. But no, they didn't do that. They kept growing, built the legacy and the brand, cemented their place as the GOAT, and now their value will maintain for a long time. And Tfue has the chance to do the same, as long as he continues to work towards being the best out there. So overall, I don't think this is the right move for Tfue. However, if he simply doesn't enjoy competitive Fortnite anymore, then I think that he's making a completely reasonable decision, as he'll be very well off regardless. But when you're in such a competitive field as Fortnite, you can't afford to become complacent, as there will always be someone else around the corner, ready to take your crown. Just ask Ninja. So, what do you think about Tfue's decision to quit competitive Fortnite after the World Cup? Do you think he'll be able to maintain his crown as the king of Fortnite? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.